Till now, yesterday we discussed the data types, what are the Boolean operators, and some string functions also we saw how it will work. Okay, now we are going to understand about the conditional programming, what is the conditions and all, and what are lists and tuples in Python. Okay, so new notebook. Conditional programming, lists and tuples. Okay, it's day 4. Oh, basically it's day 5 now. This was day 4. First day we had introduction. Okay, so day 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, fine. See, if we talk about conditions, in real life also we get some conditions similar in the same way when we're talking about this machines. When machines are being coded in 1-0 binary things and all, there are the situations when these machines get into some conditions in the sense like which area to choose, true or false. Okay, if something is true, what to do, and if something is false, what to do. So in that case, you can just understand that the machine is simply going to react based on the conditions. Okay, and we will define that for this condition what has to be done, and for a false or like whatever condition what has to be done. Okay, so these type of conditions things, okay, these type of conditional statements in Python are of 3 types: if, elif and else. Okay, so I'll just write it here. Conditional statements are used to go with the conditions and execute suitable outcomes. Okay, now how? Let's see. If, elif and else. So what I said, these are of 3 types. Okay, when we say 3 types, the first one is if used to check the condition. Second, elif used to check condition when if statement is when if condition is false, I should write. So first, in the very first thing, you will use if. Execute the result. Does not check any condition. Okay, so 3 statements are there: if, elif and else. I'll write it like this: if, elif, else. Now what I said is this, that if, elif and else is there, okay, and these 3 will be used for your conditional statements. Now in the if statement, you are going to check your condition. In the elif, you are going to check the condition, but elif will be used when your if statement is wrong. Okay, it is a second condition checking, you can say. When you have, let's say you are going, it's a practical example, you are going home, you get two ways, left way, right way. So which way goes to your home, you will take that one, right? Left or right, whatever it is. So after taking the right, you see again coming two conditions, left or right. So again you will think of, okay, left and one more right, so let it be any other way. Okay, so when first condition is wrong, when you check the first one, you took the first way and you saw no, it was not correct, so you'll come back, you'll see, okay, I have to go to this, and then, okay. So that is elif. Actually, I'll just explain you with some simple codes, will be easy to understand. So let's say if we are going to see the syntax of if, we'll write if. Okay, so let's say it is just if, and then your statements will be written there. After writing statements, now after writing the statements, or let's say first you write your conditions, then you will put a colon. Okay, this is called indentation. Okay, so that the blocks you are writing, the block of codes you are writing is in a proper format. So if condition will be there, and then a suitable executable statement will be given by you. This is if syntax. Okay, now how this if is going to work, let's say if I say that if 5 is greater than 0, then print positive number. Right, so you can see that, okay, you have written if, you have given a condition. What condition? That 5 is greater than 0. So if your 5 is greater than 0, it will print that, okay, it is a positive number. I'll just run it, so you can see positive number is being printed. Okay, fine. Let's say now this condition to false. Now we say if 5 is greater than 25, print positive number. Run this, no outcome. See, no outcome is there. Why? Because there is no part of any other execution, just one execution statement has been given to it, that if your number, that is your 5, if that 5 is greater than 25, so you will print a positive number. If it is not greater, then what to do? You have not given that, right? So there we get else or elif, whatever we want to use, we can use that in that place. So let's say you want that, okay, in this case I'll just write, if not it is, then we'll just go and we'll write negative number. Oh, sorry, I'll not take 25, I'll take 0, and I'll take minus 5. If minus 5 is greater than 0, then it will, hey, 1 second, if any number is there and if it is less than 0, so let's say minus, okay, if I take it 0, so this becomes false. No, it is a false comparison. Minus 6 is greater than 0, it is asking, right? Here I'll write negative and you'll see other answers. So it is saying negative number because this comparison is totally wrong. If minus, actually this should also be not there. I'll just take an input, I'll show you here simple. So see, just an enter 34 number, positive number, minus 34 negative number. So a number will be given input. If it is greater than 0, it is a positive number, or else it becomes a negative number. Very simple. Now where is the use of elif? Where we are using elif? When we'll have a third condition. What is third condition? Let's say if the user enters 0, so 0 is not positive, not negative. What will happen if I enter 0? Your condition will be checked. 0 is greater than 0? No, false. 0 is not greater than 0. So it will print negative number, but that is not correct. That will be not correct basically. So what you are going to do, you can use two different approaches here. So I'll show you two different approaches. First you will see n is equals to 0. If it is equals to 0, you will print neutral number. Okay, or you will use second condition where you will check n is greater than 0. Okay, you check n is greater than 0, then it is a positive number, and if the n is not equals to 0 and if it is even not greater than 0, then obviously it's a negative number. If I write minus 34, I get a negative number. If I write minus 23, I get a negative number. If I write 12, I get a positive. If I write 0, I get a neutral number. Okay, fine. So this is, so you can make programs complex. What if I write 0 0 0 0 0 neutral number? Because that is actually equals to 0. You write 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. It's going to work? No. Real scenarios, when you write 0 0 0, what is going? Only 1 0 will be considered. So that's simple it is. Okay. Positive. So you can see like how if and else is working. This is like conditional statements. Okay. So in this condition, now next when we'll be learning loop. So in loop you'll be learning there are two kind of loop, then loop control statements are there. Okay, so let's move forward now. Next we have list and tuples. Let's understand lists. So list is a collection of heterogeneous type data elements. It is a collection of heterogeneous type data type elements and is mutable. Okay, when I say mutable and heterogeneous data type elements, it means that you can store any data format in list. You want to store a number, you can store number, let it be integer, let it be a float, let it be any other format. Want to store in list, you can store it. Okay,
what is heterogeneous?
Heterogeneous means different kinds.
Okay.
Okay, when we say homogeneous, homogeneous means same kind, hetero means different kinds. So list can contain different kind of data. Let's say a very practical example. Let's consider your school bag. So in a school bag you can keep your water bottle, you can keep your copy, you can keep your books, your laptop, whatever you want. Can be of different data type. You can keep clothes, anything you want you can keep it there. That is a container which can contain anything, and that can fit there in the size of that bag. Okay, so this is a simple scenario of list also. Okay, for list we use square brackets, sq square brackets, are used to define it. And function is this. Okay, constructor method we call it as. Don't have to learn it now. Okay, so square brackets I'll define like this. So let's create a list. I have created an empty list. Okay, if I print em, you can see just simple blank box kind of thing is there. In this box you can store a lot of things. Okay, now how to store data. Let's say I'll write 12, I'll write true, I'll write minus 45.6. Okay, whatever we have studied till now, written a lot of things. Okay, print your em, you get your results. 12 true, minus 45.6, 1 by 3 value, string, sorry 4j, then string, then 3 greater than 5 false. So you can see it is storing a lot of things. We have learned that is there is a type function which is going to print the type of any kind of a data. So em, if you see, it is a kind of a list, but list is storing various kinds of data there. One integer first, then boolean, float, complex, string, boolean, right? Okay, just for an example I'll show you. Okay, I'll tell you later about this. This is called list comprehension method. After loop we will learn this. After loop we'll learn this. Okay, just for now you just understand that you were having em, this much data, and this much data is actually of these types: integer, boolean, float, complex, string, and boolean, right? So this is simply your working of list. What you can see, it is storing data. Now how many functions and how to do, what if we have various operations on list. So now we'll see operations of list. I'll say functions. So we have functions. Okay, append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, and sort. We'll see all these functions because all of them are very important. Apart from index, for now, indexing we will be learning tomorrow. Okay, indexing we'll leave today. We'll leave not tomorrow, the next class, indexing. Let's see. Leaving indexing, all of the stuffs we'll see. Okay, so we'll simply print directory of list, and from append I'm going to copy all of the things. So I will store list functions equals to okay, I'll store list functions equals to this, and I'll write here. Now if I print my list functions, however you can see it, you don't have to print, but still see, these are the functions what we are going to know. Okay, now let's say I am creating a simple list that will be a random list, random just simply given some numbers Rn. Now in this Rn, I'm going to add some values, I'm going to remove some values. So how it is going to be seen? Let's say the first thing we are going to learn is adding values in the list. So the first method, what approach we are doing is, it's called append. Append function means, you know, to add your data. Append function will add your data, but it will add it in the last. Okay, in the last, as a last element. We'll see that. Let's say we are writing Rn dot append. So Rn dot append. Rn is your list. In list you have to append. And what do you append? Okay, one more thing. It takes only one element at a time. You wrote okay, so want to add 6.78. Nice. I'll show you your Rn. You can see 6.78 is there in the last and also stored in the Rn. Okay, not only printing, just also stored. It is just not printing just things. You can see this simple. Okay, moving next. Next method, extend. Adds a list of values. That means add multiple values in it. Okay, so if we say Rn dot extend and want to add many values, 3-4 values, so I'll just take a list of values inside it. Okay, not just one, I'll take a list of, you can add one numbers, but I'll take a list of values inside it. Okay, so I'm going to write 0.34, 0.12, 5.64, 3.23. Okay, 4 numbers I have written, and I'll show you the Rn. You can see all these 4 numbers are there in the last. This also adds values in the last, right? So you can see 0.34, 0.12, 5.64, 3.23 numbers added in the last and getting also. Okay, next is insert. But insert function, we will learn later because that requires some indexing. Okay, so indexing I'll tell you in the next class, and then I'll let you know about the insert function. However, I'll show you that how the working is. I'll write it here. Insert in a specified index place. Okay, so Rn dot index insert. Let's say you want to insert something here. So this is 0, 1, 2, third place. So at third place I want to enter 0.98. So I'll just write 0.98 and I'll hit, and I'll see my Rn and I will get 0.98 here. The third number after the third place, just understand that after 3 numbers you want this. So 1, 2, 3, after 3 numbers I got this inserted in between. Okay, you want in last, you can insert in last. You want in first, you can get in first. Okay, in middle you can get. Okay, so this was addition. Now let's see removals. How you can remove elements from list. So again, the first method is just simply remove. Let's say you want to remove something, you'll write Rn dot remove. What do you want to remove? Let's say 0.98. After removing, just see Rn, you can see 0.98 has been removed. No more 0.98 is there. Okay, you can see it is not there, right? So next function, if we talk about, it's called pop. Now what pop does, automatically deletes the last element. Okay, it automatically deletes the last element. Let's say rn dot pop, if I write, it will say that which element it has removed. See, so it says 3.23 has been removed. Why? Because 3.23 was the last element. This is the working of this function. So you check your rn, no 3.23 is there, deleted. Okay, see, simple it is. Next thing, now see rn, if I write, and I'll show you the functions. Append we saw, extend we saw, okay, and remove we saw, pop also we saw, insert also, okay. Rest of the simple functions are there. Pop also works like, let's say I want that at the third place, after third number, whatever is there, remove that particular number. So 3 I have given, that means 9.54, because after the first three numbers, 9.54 is there, right? For now you understand it like this, but it is actually working on index basis, because this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and third number will be deleted. But for you, now I'll tell you, like, you have to understand it like this, that simply after 3 numbers, whatever the next number is there will be removed. So after 3 we get 9.54, 9.54 will be deleted. Okay, if you write rn dot pop, now you say, sir, first let me see how many numbers are there. 7. Okay, so let's say, sir, we will be removing something at 5. So after 5, let me first print your rn. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For now you just understand like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0.12, if I run this, 0.12 is going to be deleted. Simple. Okay, now when you run your rn, 0.12 will be not there. This is how it works. Okay, now the next is clear. Clear will just remove everything from list. If I say rn dot clear, if I print rn, it will back to a empty list. Now one more method which is not given in the function says delete, and not remove, this deletes the list. So you'll just write del rn, delete rn. No rn exists now. See, once I have deleted, rn is not defined. Okay, because that has been deleted from the locations. This is the list. Okay, we have some list em, we'll get back to it now. Okay, now with this list, what else we can do? Okay, now let's say I want to reverse this list. I have a function, I'll write reverse, I'll run this, I'll check em, and you can see this, it was 2, 12 true, minus 45 something, and like this it got reversed. Last element became first element, and so on it goes. If I want to sort this list, em dot sort em, so you'll get an error. Why? Because this list contains string and boolean, right, and numbers also. So in these kind of list, when you have these kind of things, there is a problem of sorting. Okay, you can't sort things there, so you can exclude some elements and all. So let's say we will take okay, don't have any numerical parts, one by one. No. Okay. Let's say you have a list. This is a list. You want to sort this now. This is not sorted. This is the sample list. Okay, I want to sort this. So I'll write sm dot sort and I'll print this. So you can see minus 23, minus 5, minus 0, then 2, then 34, 54, and 84. In ascending order it is sorted. Now you want it in descending order, you will write ascending equals to false. Hey, no keywords is there, descending is there, reverse equals to false key. Okay, fine. So in NumPy that ascending and descending is there. Here there is a reverse function, sorry for that. So reverse equals to true. That means whatever, see, if I write false, what happens? Basic ascending order you get, right? When I say no ascending orders, if I reverse it, what will happen? 84, 54, 34, 2, 0, minus 5, 23. It will be totally opposite, right? That means you will get a descending order. So the parameter is called reverse, true. Okay, you can create your own, no, actually. So what all functions is left now? Let me see. Leaving the index part, count is there, and that's it. Okay, now in the em nothing is there for counting. 34